My name's Nick Armstrong. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Identitii. Identitii is a Sydney-based regtech. We recently listed on the stock exchange last week. We're very excited about that. Our product is called Overlay Plus. It's an enhancement to existing and emerging payment networks. We use blockchain and tokens to enrich payments with more information so that banks and their customers can understand what their payments are for.
Do banks and their customers understand the whole blockchain idea, or do you find you need to explain it to them first?
I think everyone is understanding of blockchain in some of the simple use cases like value transfer, but our use case is really just around information and being an overlay designed not to replace settlement or the rails, but to enhance them and basically overlay on top of them.
So how do you enhance? What's the additional information that you're able to gather and keep?
So the additional information that we gather and keep is mainly remittance information. So what is the payment for? Who am I paying? And any additional regulatory documents that are required for financial crime compliance. So on a really simple basis, most banks need to know who their customer is and what the payment's for. Using our technology, that overlay can provide that information without changing the underlying settlement.
That sounds like really great data for a bank to collect. Why can't they collect that data already?
So in many cases, banks have limitations in their channel. That's the way that they collect information from their customer. This could be a legacy issue. It could also be that their customers are used to sending Excel files in or sending instructions over fax or email. So one of the main problems that we're trying to help banks solve is that connectivity with their corporate customers via API or even a simple thing like a mobile application.
And why does blockchain work so well for this?
It does three things really well. One is it creates an auditable historical record of who did what when. So if you have to keep records for 7 years, you can look back in the blockchain and see that record. It's immutable, so that way, or tamper-proof, so you know that information hasn't been changed. And the third thing is it's distributed, so it enables you to comply with in-country requirements where you've got to keep data in-country. And the way that we use blockchain separates the actual ledger itself from the underlying information.
And Nick, you've recently listed on the Australian Stock Exchange. How did that go? What was the reaction?
So we listed on the stock exchange on Wednesday last week, and the code is ID8, if anyone's interested. No, really good. It's been a lot of work to get to this point. But we feel like now the increased level of corporate governance that we have being a listed company is really going to help us when we're dealing with banks.
So why is being at Sibos important for a scale-up rather than a startup?
Definitely. I think aside from the fact that Sydney's our home market, we think Sibos is important because it really enables us to re-engage with people that we've met over the last 3 or 4 years and continue the conversation. Overlay Plus, which is our new platform, has a range of integrations and additional features. So it's a great way to continue the conversation with those banks.
And you're based here in the Discover Zone. What do you think about the setup here?
So the Discover Zone's fantastic. We were at Sibos last year in a much smaller version of this, and I'm really impressed with what Swift and InnerTribe have done. This is a great platform. The booths look amazing, and really we're getting a lot of traction, so it's been really great.
Nick Armstrong, it's been a pleasure talking to you on Sibos TV today.